The story of France is one of the richest and longest in human history, a tapestry woven from ancient peoples, empires, and revolutions. From Bronze Age tribes to the rise of the Celts, and later the dominance of Rome, France's past shaped not only Europe, but the entire world. Today we're diving deep into how France was born, from its earliest origins to the first civilizations that called it home. The earliest signs of human life in modern-day France stretch back 1.5 million years, revealed by ancient stone tools. Neanderthals followed about 350,000 years ago. Not the brutish cave dwellers they were once thought to be, but intelligent, artistic people who hunted, crafted tools, and even practiced early forms of spirituality. By 40,000 years ago, Homo sapiens had arrived, blending with the Neanderthals and leaving behind masterpieces like the cave paintings at Lascaux. These vivid depictions of bison and deer, painted with ochre and charcoal, tell us of a people whose survival and spirituality revolved around the hunt. For tens of thousands of years, these groups remained nomadic. But by around 5000 BC, the Neolithic Revolution reached the region. Farming replaced hunting as the main way of life. This marked humanity's greatest transformation, from wandering tribes to settled communities. Villages emerged, food supplies stabilized, and early trade began, laying the first foundations for future nations. Then came a technological leap, the Bronze Age. By 2000 BC, people had discovered how to blend copper and tin into bronze, revolutionizing tools, weapons, and warfare. Communities grew larger and more organized. Skilled artisans, warriors, and leaders began to define early societies, the first hints of structured civilization. By 1200 BC, France was home to Proto-Celtic peoples, speakers of early Indo-European languages who shared spiritual traditions and craftsmanship. Their culture spread widely across Europe, from Iberia to the British Isles. In France, known then as Gaul, Celtic tribes flourished, led by warrior kings, advised by druids, and connected through vast trade networks. They were skilled metalworkers, fierce fighters, and storytellers whose legends echoed across the continent. Around 800 BC, the Iron Age began, ushering in tougher weapons and more efficient farming tools. Iron replaced bronze, and warfare took on a new level of intensity. At the same time, Greek and Phoenician settlers arrived along the southern coast, founding cities like Massalia, modern-day Marseille, around 600 BC. This introduced Mediterranean trade, architecture, and culture into what would become southern France. By the 4th century BC, Celtic Gaul was thriving, powerful, united, and feared. One of its most legendary leaders, Brennus, led an army that invaded Italy and sacked Rome in 390 BC, a humiliation the Romans would never forget. But Rome learned and soon struck back. Over the next 2 centuries, the Romans fought to reclaim dominance in the region. Key battles at Sentinum and Telamon broke Celtic power, paving the way for Julius Caesar's Gallic Wars, which ended in 51 BC with the Roman conquest of Gaul. And so, the independent tribes of Gaul became part of the mighty Roman Empire, their Celtic heritage absorbed but never fully erased. From ancient cave painters and Bronze Age farmers to Celtic kings and Roman legions, France's story is one of survival, transformation, and rebirth. These were the roots that would one day grow into one of Europe's greatest civilizations. If you love uncovering lost civilizations and ancient origins, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Because next time, we're exploring how the Roman Empire shaped the birth of medieval France.